Now that I made it to the lab, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Actually, we should go to the main storyline, but she said to come back. Man, everyone's got a side quest for me. New face, this is the hero, man. I'm gonna indirectly do this. I got acorns. I don't have 3 acorns. I really don't have 3 acorns. That can't be right. Just 3, that's all I need, and I don't have it? Yeah, I don't. Okay, I'll be damned. Well, I do have a lot of flint, that's for sure. Let me get that out there. We have milk, eggs, and butter. I have a lot of materials. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can make an apple pie. Or let's make a banana pie. Yeah, let's do that. I don't know if eggs, milk. I think I might need wheat, but. Mighty omelet. All right, that's not bad. Wildberry does what again? Oh, it doesn't. Okay, so stealth. I don't know. I got a lot of apples, man. Do you have anything for strength? I don't have. I have fish, right? I don't have any like meat. Well, I have Hillian bass. Let's do that. Let's get a little herb. Let's vault. Let's do that. Let's put that in there. Do you have anything else for strength? I mean, attack power is not strength, so it's attack power. Mighty steamed fish. All right, I'll take it. It's better than nothing. What do I have? Hold on. Mystery of the Depths. Alright, might as well, right? I keep forgetting to look up how to unlock these temples or these towers. They asked on Twitter if you missed the old Zelda format. And I do. I really do. But wasn't I here already? No, I wasn't. No, I was here. What the fuck? Do you have any shitty weapons? Yeah, I have that. Alright. Topaz, there we go. I really do miss the old format because, you know, Zelda... There we go. one of the things I love about Zelda is what makes it Zelda. And what makes it Zelda is the... What makes it Zelda is the format that it's been for... Oh wait, no, I already have a picture of you. It's a magic wand and you use it like it's a javelin or something, or a lance. But anyway, like I was saying, what makes it Zelda is that format where you have 9, 10 dungeons, and they don't have to be called dungeons or temples. They can be called anything. And, I mean, again, it's not like Zelda, the later ones. We're all about a repetitive format. And I don't... By the way, where the hell is... Where am I... I didn't turn you guys off. Where the fuck are you? And I don't mind this format per se. But it just doesn't feel like... It feels like Zelda in the sense that you have likes and you have this, that, and the other thing. You know, moblins, bokoblins. I like that they expanded on the entire makeup that we've already had. Ooh. That you could sell amber and everything, and you still have rupees. So it still feels like Hyrule, don't get me wrong. But ooh, a diamond, finally. Shit. But between... here comes the red moon rising. Between... the last game where... And again, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a bad game. They're great games. They're great. They're the best and only true, legit open world games. Or at least the first one was anyway. This one seems to have a little bit more of a linear effect.
Shines upon the land. And
it's Zelda and it's Link and it's got voiceover acting where they actually speak words and not just noises for the most part, or every now and then. The map is huge. It's got parts of Hyrule you never saw before, never thought were possible. And listen, that's just Zelda since the first Zelda. It always pushed the envelope, as Nintendo does. They're the best. Nintendo is the best gaming developer in the history of gaming developing. And it's funny because I watched Matt McMuscles do his What Happened about the GameCube. So he's done one about the Wii U and one about the GameCube, and the whole thing related to both and the issues that they had with selling the number of copies or consoles that they thought they were going to sell was that a lot of people didn't get it. Now, to be fair, there was more a Wii U thing than the GameCube. The GameCube, they just didn't take advantage of the timing. The timing was off. You know, and everybody loved the PlayStation 2's Blu-ray player, which that was the main reason why people bought the PS2. I mean, whether or not other third-party companies were forging games for the PS2 because of the sales numbers and what have you, that is true, but the sales numbers were more because of the Blu-ray, because there were a lot of games, and I knew a lot of people that played video games, and there were a lot of games. I mean, I was a computer science major. You know what I mean? Video games were just part of what most of us did. I mean, it's more or less why people were there. So everybody I knew was playing, had a PS2. But the main reason was the Blu-ray player. Now, the funny thing was that a woman that worked with that company in the United States side, with Nintendo in the United States side, was saying how the Nintendo, we were always profitable. And she said that the one thing that Nintendo had over all these other companies was Nintendo always made money. They saved so much money on the construction of the GameCube, which was a grossly underrated console. I had one. I don't think I have it anymore, but I had one, and I loved it. I loved my GameCube. It had so many great games. It looked great. It played great. But again, it just suffered, and it was cheap as hell. It was like an Atari 2600. But it just suffered from the third-party thing because so many of these other consoles were getting games like Elder Scrolls, or they were getting more PC games. And of course, a lot of game players here in the United States especially think that PC gaming is the greatest thing ever. So, they were getting Resident Evils. They were getting, stuff like that. Now, granted, get out of here. Granted, Nintendo was getting some exclusives in terms of Resident Evil as well. Like, Resident Evil 4 originally came out on the GameCube. Nah, I don't want that. And so did the re-release of Resident Evil 1. So it's not like Nintendo wasn't getting anything. It's just the idea was that Nintendo wasn't evolving, and these other companies were. But the GameCube had connections to the 2DS, which, if I knew that back then, I would have probably gotten a 2DS. Or a Game Boy Advance. There were a lot of innovations that were coming out of it. But be that as may, that has nothing to do with anything. But what I was trying to say, though, was that when you look at the original Zelda games, it had that format, that flavor. Right here, this is where I've been. Okay. Oh, I should have taken a picture of that big fucker. It has that Zelda flavor, and though these are Zelda games, I think there's a lot more, excuse me, I think there's a lot more innovation, and this could just be my opinion, but I think there's a lot more innovation in coming up with different reasons. Hey, my horse. Coming up with different reasons or different ways to say dungeon and not just be temple. Where is this thing? Like I was always saying about one of the things I loved involving... This is... One of the things I loved about Twilight Princess was that you didn't just go to a dungeon. You didn't just go to a temple or whatever. You went to a prison. You went to a city in the sky. Like there were different areas that were dungeons. God. That essentially were dungeons that were not called temples or dungeons. And even with Skyward Sword, you went to a temple or you went to an underground area. You didn't just go to the same thing. Didn't just go to a dungeon. Didn't just go to... Come on with this. Jeez, clean my throat. Oh, God, I love you. My God, I need you so badly. Ooh, can we make out now? God, look at those legs. God, look at those everything. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. You should smack me in the face. I love you so much. God, I love you. Oh. I want to be a Sheikah. Oh. Oof. What are you doing? She's out here. Oh. Partha Herald. Anyway, so like I said, I do miss the old format. I do miss this game is kind of hitting that note where we've had two temples that were kind of hidden, but as much as I'm enjoying spending 40 hours just running around in circles, there still is a lack of real, there you guys are, real direction. And again, it's the best open world game. It forces you to use these abilities. It forces you to use different weapons. It forces you to, and it doesn't force you to do it in a way that's not fun. It makes you feel empowering that you can fuse a horn of your enemy with your weapon and make it into something really spectacular and whatever. Like there are so many different reasons why this format does work. But at the same time, there's still a side of me that's saying, well, you know, with how innovative Nintendo is, how far they've come with everything in terms of making games and what have you, it would be a welcomed change. It would have been. Did I ever go there? No, look at that. Would have been a welcome change to have the perfect combination of both Breath of the Wild and an original Zelda game, which is what I was hoping this game was. In a way, it is. Yeah, here. Eat some honeycomb. In a way, but not any more way than it's just Breath of the Wild again. And what I mean by that is, Breath of the Wild, we had the divine beasts, which were like dungeons. And now we have the temples that are hidden temples, which are like dungeons. But you can cheat your way into making them into, you know, simple divine beasts again. But I do appreciate that you kind of have to go to those temples, as opposed to the divine beasts where you could have just bypassed them. You could have just gotten all these heart containers and everything from finding all the little shrines, and then building up your strength that way, getting the Master Sword, and then just going to Hyrule. And again, I love the idea, and they did it better than anybody, where, oh, shit, sorry. Wrong one. Where you can just do what you want to do. But I do miss that old format. Because it's Zelda. That's what Zelda is. I mean, it's just... I mean, listen, this is not... It's a weird thing because it's not... that a temple or a shrine? It's not trying to be Dark Souls like everybody else is. That's a breath of fresh air because I'm tired of that dumb shit. It is difficult. It does have... It does have a good strategic value to it and everything like that. It is challenging, but when you die, you just come back where you started. Like, you don't have to lose any progress. It's more of like, damn it, then it's motherfucker. Because you lost all your progress, you got to fight everything all over again. You know, like, it's more forgiving than Dark Souls or Elden Ring or Bloodborne or any of them From Software wannabe Zeldas. And it's purely open world. Like I said, I'm not looking to do all this stuff. I'm not trying to 100% this game. It's just kind of happening because organically because I'm just really interested. But what's that? I want to see that. What's that over there? You know, like it has this uncanny ability to pique my interest in so many different areas. But I still think that if we could have had a little bit of both, where we have like 8, 9 dungeons in a vast world that you could find and whatever and get heart containers and get items or unlock more abilities or whatever, I think it would have been a lot more Zelda than it's been. And that's why I say, yes, I do miss the original format. Because the original format made it Zelda. It'd be like Metroid, as I said. It'd be like having a Metroid game without rediscovery and discovery and getting different missiles and whatever. It would not be Metroid. And it's still Zelda-ish, but it's not Zelda. Are we going or what?
Oh. Aha.
What are we doing here? All right, well, I'll come back later. We'll figure this out. I will see you then.